Good morning, traders. Welcome to the Forex morning update. My name is Mark Owen, and today is Tuesday, the 18th of July. And yet again, we've seen more volatility from the markets. What caused it? Well, last night we've had a huge sell-off in the US dollar, but also the reason the sell-off came, and it came after the news from New Zealand about the GDP, which came in worse than expected, and the New Zealand dollar sold off, only for Trump to fail with another attempt at his healthcare bill, which has had a knock-on effect across the board. We've seen a huge sell-off in the US dollar, all markets breaching key levels. The question is, where's the US dollar going to stumble to next? And it looks like it's got a pretty rocky road now, all the way down to 93 on the dollar index, which we'll take a look at that shortly. The RBA policy minutes, they came in at 2:30 a.m. this morning, seen as very hawkish. They remain upbeat on the Australian economy, and it looks like the next move in terms of the monetary policy could be a rate hike within the Australian economy. So that's taken the Aussie dollar somewhere in the region of very close to 0.79. So it rallied over 100 points last night. The only other news for today is the CPI coming out of GBP, so for the sterling. This is forecast at 2.9. Anything greater than 2.9, even if it's just a small amount, I think we'll see big swings for the positive for sterling. Less than 2.9, I'm not sure the downside will be quite so huge against the US dollar, but against other pairs we'll obviously see it sell off. The reason for saying that is that while the dollar's weak and the dollar's getting sold, news that will affect it, so i.e. anything that's traded as a cross pair, so whether it's sterling, euro dollar, Aussie dollar, anything where we're seeing bullish news out of the other currency within the pair with the US dollar, we're seeing significant moves. So that's at 9:30. Then follow that up this afternoon with the Bank of England Governor Mark Carney speaking. You know, we could be seeing some serious moves on cable today. So be careful, guys. In all honesty, yes, there's some strong markets out there, and Australian dollar predominantly one of those. And if I was to be focusing attention, I think it would be on the Australian dollar, looking at alternative markets, so whether that's Aussie CAD, Aussie Kiwi, Aussie Yen, Aussie Swiss. I'd be looking across the board at the Aussie markets to get long on any pullbacks. So focus on those attentions. Today I'll just be running through the majors and minors. If you do want to look at our analysis against other markets, then what you need to do is you need to drop us an email and subscribe to the Investor Insight Pack. So the dollar index, up from the highs at 104s, and we're sitting now at 94.52. It's looking a bit bleak. I don't really see anything stopping this now until it gets down to 93. And when we look at the other markets involved, so we look at euro dollar, and I've highlighted a couple of arrows here. So this was the high back in May 16. This high was a little bit higher through here, which was August 15. These are the two highs that I'm keeping my eye on, because whatever price is still within this zone and the dollar index is still above 93, you know, we're on the cards for a potential reversal within this market. So short term, keep buying the euro strength, selling the dollar. But watch to see what happens as the markets approach those two key levels. Well, dollar yen were absolutely right with our analysis yesterday. Unfortunately, the 4 hour didn't give me my setup. The market just moved away. It was close, but unfortunately no cigar. So anyone that did take it because the rules permitted them, then obviously well done, and you'll be sitting in a tidy profit of somewhere in the region of about 80-90 pips by now. Next stopping point we see sort of around the 112 to about 111.70, which is 50% retracement of the last leg up. And we could use that level potentially to continue to sell the dollar and head down towards the lower trend line. But again, this is something that we're going to have to wait now. Patience is key here. Sterling, well, we were very close to the market coming down into our buy zone that I mentioned yesterday at 1.3, the area, that blue box. Unfortunately, the bill for the U.S. healthcare was failed to show any significant support to authority members voted against. Therefore, there's not enough support to pass the bill, and that's saw the reaction, the sell-off in the US dollar before it came into our price reversal zones to get long or short, depending on which market we were looking at. Gold, again, this is we were looking at the inverted head and shoulders. It's moving well. Unfortunately, no setup for us to get involved in this trade, but it is moving the way we anticipated, and we'll be waiting now for the next higher low to get in and trade that up towards the 1250 barrier. So, like I said, there's not many charts for us to look at today. It is a very short morning update, so apologies there, but it's not a market that I really want to get involved in right now. It's very choppy, volatile, but I will be looking for Aussie strength signals. Right down on the bottom of the screen, you can see a link there for our event, the meetup for traders. So we've had quite a few registrations come through already. But if you would like to attend, this is the 25th of July, starting at 1 p.m. in London. If you are in London on the 25th of July, you're interested in trading, or you're already trading, this is just going to be a social event. There's drinks provided. We're just going to talk about the markets. If you're new to trading, we'll help you look at brokers, any sort of questions that you might have about the industry, things that you may need to know. These all be covered. You'll meet some of the traders. It'll be good for you. You don't have to think that you're trading alone at home. There'll be other traders there, and it'd be nice for you to network and find other like-minded traders. Okay, so that's it from Tuesday. Tuesday's Forex update.